Hello and welcome to my easy to understand guide to Livingstone and Lunt's regulation theory. Regulation basically means rules, and we have rules that media producers have to follow in lots of different industries. So, for example, in the film industry, the BBFC is the regulatory body responsible for setting the rules about what can and can't be in films. They are the ones that make the film certificates and assign those to different films. And they're also the ones that have the power to ban a film if they don't conform to those rules. And what they basically say about regulation is that it's hard. Livingstone and Lunt think that regulation of all media products is hard, not just films. There are several reasons for that. First of all, it's very hard to decide what rules there should and shouldn't be. Lots of the rules that are in place at the moment in different media industries are about protecting the audience from harm. They're about stopping us from being offended. They're about stopping us from being traumatised. They put in place these rules to protect us, and in particular to protect children and young people. But those rules also affect adults as well. And that makes it very difficult because adults often feel that once they are over the age of 18, they should have choice. They should be able to watch what they want. They should be able to play whatever video games they want. And sometimes these regulations get in the way of that. Companies who do the regulation of the media have to tread this fine line between protecting the audience and between giving them the choice to watch and consume the products that they want to. A second big problem with the regulation of our media is that technology has made it incredibly hard to do. When I was your age, if I wanted to watch an 18 certificate film and I wasn't quite 18 yet, I would have to either ask my mum to buy it for me, which she probably wouldn't, or I would have to go to a shop and hope that they wouldn't ID me, which they often would. So that used to make it very hard for young people to get hold of products that were deemed unsuitable for them. I would hazard a guess that most young people now have played a video game that is too old for them or watched a film that's had a certificate that is older than they are. And that generally tends to be because they were able to access that product online, they were able to stream it without needing to be ID'd, they were able to pirate the film illegally, or they were even able to watch it on their phones, and their parents would have absolutely no idea that they had accessed that product. So technology has made it very, very difficult for media products to be regulated. There are lots of limitations because of technology. The BBFC, for example, has absolutely no power over regulating films online. Ofcom, who are the people responsible for regulating the television industry, have absolutely no power regulating streaming sites like Netflix and Amazon Prime. So the TV programmes that you might see on those sites could be more controversial than any products you might have seen before, but Ofcom can't do anything about it. You have very little control as a regulatory body over anything online. Think about social media. If there was a product on YouTube, if there was a film pirated to YouTube or an advert that was supposed to have been banned and it had been posted on YouTube, how do you get that taken down? You can report it to YouTube, but YouTube, they are having millions of videos uploaded every single day. Almost 10 years worth of footage gets uploaded every single day. So there's no way that they can work their way through every single complaint or every single report quickly. And therefore, regulation of media is very, very difficult. Technology has made it easy for people to share products online. So if something goes onto YouTube or Snapchat or Facebook, even if it is illegal, it can be shared millions of times before anyone has even noticed it's there. So Livingstone and Lunt absolutely believe that technology has made regulation difficult. They also believe that companies developing a large amount of power has made regulation difficult as well. There are companies who are incredibly powerful, parts of global conglomerates with billions and billions of pounds of profit every single year. And trying to regulate those companies is hard because if you have money, sometimes that gives you more power. And so you need to be thinking about some of the companies that you've studied. For example, News Corp, who are at the top of the conglomerate that eventually goes down that conglomerate and down all the subsidiaries to make the Times newspaper. They have in the past broken rules and regulations of the newspaper industry. If you haven't looked up phone hacking scandals, you should probably look them up or try and revise them. And, did they manage to get away with some of those breakings of those laws because they were powerful? Did they get punished enough for what they did? And if not, is that because they had so much power? So power is something you also need to bear in mind when you're thinking about Livingstone and Lunt's regulation theory.